See, here's the thing. I don't care who you are, where you come from, or what kind of gamer you think you are. Right now, at this exact moment, is absolutely the greatest time in history to love video games. Period. Umbrella Fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ninth wonder of the world, the Umbrella Fight podcast. We're so glad to have you on the show today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is, of course, the one and only podcast, the only podcast that's ever existed that talks about the only thing that matters, and that, of course, is video games. Devin, John, I am so glad to have you here on our podcast today. Welcome, everybody, to the Umbrella Fight podcast. Let's go ahead and kick things off. We're just going to hit the ground running because I am amped to see both of you guys here.
Yes.
We're back.
We got the band back together, guys. I'm so excited about that.
Like we never left.
Before we kick off with our collective quench, I just want to give a huge shout out to John. John, welcome back to the podcast. You were gone last week because you were taking a big ass test. And we're so excited here on the Umbrella Fight podcast because John passed his test and is now CCNA certified. Let's go ahead and round of applause. Oh yeah. Round of applause. Big hearts. That's so exciting for you, dude. I'm really, really amped for you. And that's just a huge leg up.
Thank you.
Well, you guys know what time it is. Before we kick everything off, we're going to go ahead and get started with our collective quench. If you guys have a cup nearby, make sure it's filled to the brim with some delicious liquid, be it water, soda, booze. We're not going to judge you here on the Umbrella Fight podcast. We're just glad you're happy and in chat and have something that you love to drink. So grab your glass, raise it high. Umbrella Fight, our circle tight. We shine together in the night with laughter loud and spirits in sync. Raise up your glass, and now we drink.
We drink.
Oh man, that hits the spot.
Yep.
Not to shout out our non-sponsor Sonic, but a Diet Cherry Limeade really hits the spot sometimes, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
That sounds so good.
Hell yeah. Well, that was our collective quench. We're so glad you joined us in it. And before we get started, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody in chat. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me that you guys tuned in, and I'm sure it means the world to Devin and John as well. I'm just going to go ahead and speak for everybody.
Huge.
Shades and all. And then, let's just go ahead and hit the ground running. Devin, how you doing, man? Feeling good? Been playing some video games?
Well, you see, I have started school again. So
well, what happened was
we are in the video game slump for Devin again.
Man,
that's okay, man. You know what?
Desert
Sometimes you gotta sharpen your skills, and that means foregoing doing things that you love in order to level up.
That's right.
And we totally get that.
If you can't sacrifice the now, then you can't have the goods later.
for sure. Will any mobile games come back, you think, for you, Devin?
You know what? You're probably right. I haven't hit that stressor point yet where I'm like fiending for the video game. But you're almost certainly correct.
Wait a minute. I'm getting a vision. I see Rocket League
Sideswipe.
in your future.
Yes, something like that. Sideswipe. You know, you said that, John, and immediately thought of the old Clash Royale.
Dude.
That was a saving grace for a while, I think.
Tried and true, baby.
You found comfort in it.
I had to get some dubs every once in a while. I would just be like hanging around the office, and I'm just like,
it was
dude,
so funny.
I need a dub right now.
You know, sometimes you just need a dub, and
Yep.
and sometimes that's just the easiest way to do it. Just pop up one of those mobile games and fire it off, and get your win, man. I love it.
Yeah, I know. Which, you know, for how hyped I was last week on Fable, like I haven't even touched it since we talked last. Like I have not opened the game. Yeah, I think I opened Battlefield at one point during the weekend, like for just a few, like just like a little bit, like not even a lot of time. Like I think I just played it just to pass like a quick couple of minutes, and then I was off. Like I don't think I've touched anything really this week. Yeah, just dude, right back into school. Like I've got one more term. I can't do anything else. Yeah,
Locked in.
I have to lock in, dude. Yeah, no more. I don't want to have to
Locked
do another
in.
one of these. I want to be just done with school.
Like,
Just
this could be the
get over it.
final drought.
Yes, it could be the at least from a school perspective. There's always droughts. Actually, speaking of this is like maybe something I can talk on about what I like because I didn't play video games, and maybe this is a shift of topic, but do you guys ever go through like game droughts and not even in the context of like you don't have the time, but like do you guys ever have phases where you just like your drive to play video games just like goes away like a lot? I mean, whether it's like you just don't know, like something doesn't seem as fun, or like maybe you just don't feel like you have a game to play or something along those lines, and you just do that. Like I don't know if it happens to everyone, but like I'll look at my Steam library and I'm like, what do I want to play? And then I just like don't end up playing anything. And then like I'll browse something and then I'll just be done. And like I didn't play a game. And it's like I wanted to play a game, but did I really? Because I never launched a game.
Yeah.
Have you guys been there?
I have.
Yeah.
I have a term for that, and it may or may not apply, but I think it's what I call it is analysis paralysis. You look at the library and you're like, all of these things are fun. I know they're fun, but I don't want to touch any of this stuff right now, and I don't know why. I'm just like burnt out,
Yeah, no, and well, I had my wife was telling me about like she was in a book, like a reading slump, and I was able to relate with it so immediately. It was like she literally was like, I haven't even read a book in like several weeks, and I was like, yeah, I've done that before with video games. Like I know exactly what you're like feeling. She's like, and I feel like I need to read my books. And I was like, no, you don't. I was like, you actually don't have to. I was like, it's okay to just like be in the slump, and then because what happens is you'll shift, and then you'll probably read the books too much, right? It's like the way I do video games.
Oh yeah,
you lock in and you play Fable for an entire weekend, and and neglect everything else in your life. But it's kind of a weird thing that happens. I found it is kind of it's like always happened, and it'll just like randomly go. But I'll have like long. It's not that I don't ever or won't ever play video games within that time frame, but like I'll have times where, and I don't know if it's a just a byproduct of that phase of life, like kind of what's going on. Like right now I'm in school, right? So I will be by force in a slump. Or if like, just life gets busy, things like that. But there'll be phases like that where it's like maybe a month, maybe 2 months, and I'll find that, man, I like really barely play any games like at all.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. And then there's other times where I'm just like way more consistent. Like I'll be on every day, like without fail.
Yeah, I have a similar cadence when it comes to playing video games. I have those droughts where I'm done with games, and that usually will follow some time where I played the shit out of a game. I mean, just drilled it into the ground completely. I've talked last week a little bit about New Game Plus on the Verho Curse of Faces.
Not just New Game Plus, New Game Plus.
We're on. So Devin, we're on New Game Plus 14 right now.
Oh my god!
So I'm walking a razor's edge. I'm not one-shotting enemies anymore. I can't. The bosses take multiple hits, and I am taking damage to the tune of almost all of my health bar, if not entirely. So
it's like 1 or 2 shot and you're just done.
Yeah, I gotta pay attention. And what's really great about it is it's making me play the game completely differently. I have to be very, very careful what I'm doing. And what's entertaining is that I'm on the Discord with the developers in there, and I posted that screenshot with just a big old LOL, like, what am I doing with my life? And the guy was like, hey man, can we use this for a post on Reddit? I was like, absolutely, of course. And I am assuming now that I have drilled that game into the floor at, I don't know, 170 hours or so. I'm probably going to slow down on my video game playing for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So like I'm playing the life of IRL, or the game of IRL right now. And I'm growing Carolina Reaper peppers and ghost peppers. That's my game.
Yeah. You're touching grass.
I'm touching grass. I'm literally touching grass and soil. And I've got a little nest of, I've got 30 of each seed. I've got some leaves on a whole bunch of them. I'll send you guys a picture to the Discord. By the way, we're going to make the Umbrella Fight Discord go live at some point I've just got to flesh out a few of the channels and details and some permissions, and then
dude, that'd be
we'll
awesome.
we'll throw
Yes.
the Umbrella Fight Discord in there. You guys can all join. Post some memes, post some awesome pictures of your projects. We'd love to see it. We'd love to interact with you guys. So yeah, that's kind of my game right now. Although I have been checking out some new stuff that's going to be coming out, and I got into a play test of a thing, but we'll get into that here in just a little bit. What I was really just trying to say, Devin, is I totally get that. You have like those slumps. And then I have a third phase that I get into sometimes where I will play an hour to 2 of games I know already. Like I'll get in and I'll play like a first 2 to 3 to 4 hours of Hollow Knight. And then I'll jump over and I'll play 2 to 3 hours of Deus Ex from 2000. And then I'll play the first episode of Doom.
You go back to those comforts. It's
dude.
Yeah.
It's just the comfort games. Yeah, no, 100%. There's something to that. It used to be like whenever I've always had like a game that I feel like I can always just like jump into, and it's comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of changes over the years. I don't think I have ones that I always necessarily go back to, but there's always one. Like right now it's Battlefield for me. Like I just know I can always fall into the comfort of Battlefield, right? And go blow shit up and knock down some helicopters. Because it's so easy to just launch and play. Like it's really fast. It's not a hassle. Like I know how I want to play the game. I just jump in there and shoot people and blow shit up, and it's a really good time. Back in the day, it used to be League of Legends. I could just jump in there and play a game, play some ARAM or whatever it is, just doing some silly stuff, and it was just comfort. It was just easy to launch that game. But
those circular games like that, I think, lend themselves well to that sort of comfort, because you can jump in, you can play 45 minutes of a game and be like, got my fix, good to go.
Yep. Absolutely. And then there's like always I get the random like video game kicks with Zelda. Like I will.
Oh hell yeah!
It comes in waves for me. Like I will. it'll be just like a random like, okay, I need to play Zelda again. I have to play Zelda again. And
let me ask you a question. What is your go-to Zelda? Because there are a shit ton of Zelda games out there. What's your like home base?
There's not really one. That's I think that's what happens. Is it's like it's whatever one. Okay, like something happens. Like I will see like a clip, or I will like think about a Zelda game or something, like one in particular, like a Twilight Princess or Breath of the Wild, and I'll see something interesting or think of something interesting in the game, and then I'll just like fixate on it for a moment, and then be like, dude, okay, I need to play this game. Like, I have to go back and play this game, and then I'll go through and I'll play it for like 2 weeks and just like obliterate the game and then be done with it. Or whatever, or I'll play through like a series, like several of them or something like that. But
oh yeah, you're totally like ringing some bells for me. I did that recently, actually. I'm watching. So there's a couple of YouTubers. I'm going to shout them out right now. There's one guy named Decino, Decino. He does some really great breakdowns of like Doom mechanics, like literally step by step, how the demons work, how guns work, how barrels explode, what the damage calculations are. It's crazy. But he'll also go through it and break down levels like, okay, here's why this level's good, here's why this works. And watching him go through that, coupled with another YouTuber named Mount Payne 27, MT Payne 27, he is reviewing megawads, like 32 level packs, and I'm watching them go through this stuff, and man, I got the itch. I got to play some Doom. I got to download I want to play that megawatt. It looks sick as fuck. So I got that the other day watching those videos. Yep.
That's what happens. It's like you just get that, like it's that game, that comfort game that you always know and you love so much, and then you have to go visit it. You know what I mean? It's like family members you haven't seen in a while. You're like, oh
Doom,
man, like
I haven't seen you in a while.
Like like I haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Link. let me come give you a hug. And so it's pretty awesome.
John, what's your comfort game?
Really?
That's a stupid question, I know. It's obviously Cyberpunk.
It's Night City, baby.
Dude, it's funny because me and Devin were talking. I messaged him earlier today. I was like, hey man, like how's the first week of school going? And we're just like, shooting the shit, you know what I mean? And bro, I inevitably talk about how like it's so hard to study when it's so easy to play. And
Oh yeah,
immediately I was like,
Yes.
why study when you can be in Night City?
That's right.
dude. Yeah. Now only if only you had a mod with all of the CCNA materials to study
Bro.
in a book in Night City.
Dude.
You could just go sit at a Night City cafe and study there.
Hey,
That's right.
I will say they have a very sophisticated form of networking in Cyberpunk, and it's very interesting.
Okay. Let's hear the CCNA breakdown of Cyberpunk's networking.
Okay,
I'm curious. You don't have to go too deep if you don't want to, but I'm curious. What
I'm gonna try.
what is your analysis perspective from a licensed CCNA?
Oh, dude. So what I say means something now. Wow.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
right.
so
It does.
what I will say, so I always joke about like cutting the cables, like with Devin, like cutting the internet cables to bring
Yes.
everything down. Right. So like imagine there was actually
Joking.
originally a first net. And so that first net was overrun by military made AIs that went
Whoa.
rogue and just started offing people. The way that you can interface with the net, you can actually plug into it. You can plug into the WAN port and you're just in. You're inside of it. But
You
they had
jacked
to
in.
you're literally jack in. And then this agency called NetWatch had to make something called a black wall, which is essentially like a virtual firewall, literally called the black wall that contains these rogue AI.
Wow.
And then they had to make a second net, which is where the people of Night City interface and do their Google searches and buy their food and all of that.
Wow,
But
that's crazy.
it actually works aside from that aspect. It's very similar to like our world. Like you can find MDFs, IDFs, like you can go find network racks. There's a data center in Night City, which
Oh
is
my
hilarious.
God. Oh my God, that's amazing.
So yeah, I mean, I think they hit it. I enjoy the networking, and I'd get that cert in Night City if I could.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm Night City certified.
Night City certified.
He's got a CCNA NC.
That's
But-
right.
You know what's interesting to like what we've been talking about? So I've talked about this before, but I've had sometimes, especially if like there's something I could be doing more productively with
Hmm.
my life, is like I'll find it hard to get on because like I've literally had it happen where I sit down, I turn on my PC or my PS5, I'm about to play this game, and like immediately it's like all of the other things that I could do with this time. And obviously, right, there is a difference. You do need to decompress, right? Like there's a time for everything. But
True.
like that I've had modes where like that naggingness will like overwhelm, and I've literally just gotten off immediately, like just returned off my PC and just gone and done something else, like whatever.
Dang. Hey man,
but,
I got to
like-
give you mega kudos for being able to do that. You know
No,
what?
I mean, sometimes I ignore it. Can't lie. Just being honest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it
No,
definitely
I've been
happens.
in that battle. That's sometimes I think what happens when I stare at my Steam library is you stare at it and like, what game can I get away with playing right now? Like with my
Get away with
conscience,
playing. I love the phrasing. there.
right? Like you're
dude,
fighting your own
He said the
conscience. You're
thing.
like,
yes.
it's like you're looking at the library and you're like, man, I could play one of these games, but like, which one do I feel less guilty about playing right
Yes.
now when I have something else to do?
Dude, Devin, you just verbalized everything that, because like literally I've been putting off The Witcher because it's like I can't. No, like I can't actually play this
Yeah.
game. I have too much going on.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? Like I can't focus. I can't do it.
That's right.
Dude, so
Yeah.
yes, dude.
That
And-
game,
and it-
you know what? That's such a great example too, because that game fucking demands your attention.
Yes.
It commands you to play it when you're like, that is the only thing you can do right now is listen to Carol talk about lilac and gooseberries.
Still never fucking beat that game.
Oh my God.
Bro, because and it's like I don't know what it is, but like when if I'm gonna do something, right, like willingly, it's like I want to be in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yep.
want to halfway do it.
Right.
So it's like
So what game do you play
what
whenever
game
you're
exactly? Yes.
At that point, you're stuck because
What do you
I don't
do?
want to get started into a new game that I actually. It's like here's what happens: you have like the game that you really want to play, but you can't commit to that game.
Can't play
So
it.
you're like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I'm trying to play video games and get away from the thing that I actually need to do. So then you're looking at the game to like, what can you use to like
Yes.
to procrastinate the thing that you need to do?
You have to
And
like
you're looking at-
justify it.
Yes, you're looking
All right,
at that game.
I've got 45 minutes before my deadline that I have to get started, which means I can squeeze in 5 games of Rocket League
Right.
max.
Yep. And then you just feel guilty the whole time you're playing.
You feel horrible.
That's the worst feeling in the world. And I'll tell you, I get that feeling when everything around me is going on. When my wife has the lights on and she's doing something like
Yeah.
working, and my kids are like coming in and out, and they're like, "Hey, Daddy, I need to do this," and like I'm all for that. But when I'm playing a game and that's going on, the whole time I'm going, I can't really pay attention. And then I start losing and getting shot by demons and eaten
Yeah.
alive and start losing.
And you're not
games.
having fun with the game or in
Yeah.
real life.
Yes.
And then you're like,
Neither
okay,
is
I just
good.
need to get out of this, dude.
Just
And
get
then
off.
you'll end up getting off. That's the moment. We've all
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah.
You know what I found is really good is a game with a pause menu that for those situations.
Yes.
Specifically, for a long time, it was for me Vampire Survivors because I could get in there. The game didn't mean anything. It was a good way to just like turn my brain off, turn on some music if I want to, or just listen to the background. And I have this vampire guy moving around the screen, shooting knives and magic everywhere.
Yeah.
But then I can just hit the pause and like get up and go water the plants, make sure the kids have something to eat, whatever I need to do. The pause menu is like a lifesaver. So that immediately takes every Dark Souls game and FromSoft game off the table right out of the game.
And for
can't
me,
play
it
that.
was, and you can't play Counter-Strike competitive mode. You can't pause that shit. You can't
play
play
League.
Rocket League. You can't play League of Legends, dude. Growing up, my parents hated those games.
I
Anytime I
can't
was
pause it. I can't pause
yeah,
it.
like this is not a pausable game. I'm so sorry, Mom. I will get the dishes done after this round. Like if I leave this match, I will be banned from the game for and I won't be able to play next time my friends want to play. Like I just need to finish this round. Give me like I'm 15 minutes in the
Mom, I
game. Give me
promise.
like at least
I
20
promise.
more minutes, and I got you.
Yeah.
Like teenage Devin was just fighting with that dude.
You ever do the thing where you pretend like, hang on, I'm in the middle of something. Like at this point, it's like understood that I can't pause this game, but you're doing it with a game you totally can pause on, and you're like, hang on, I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, one moment. I can't pause right here.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I've been there. I've been there even in the Mom, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Hey, one more like right after this round, and then you start the next round because she doesn't know the difference between the rounds, but like, hey, sorry, this one's just going extra long.
It's a little
100%.
longer than usual.
Totally. Or like,
Teenage
especially
Devin
with
was
short
devious,
round
man.
games, you're like, I just need 10 more minutes, which is code for I'm going to do 2 more rounds, but I'm not going to tell you that it's 2 more rounds because if I say the number 2, you're going to be pissed.
Well, you're not ending on that loss because you know you were going to lose in that round, so you got to queue one more time. You know,
Yeah,
Gotta
not
end in a
okay.
dub.
Yeah, 100%. Well, John, if Cyberpunk is your comfort game now, do you have any other games that you like go back to? Because like I go back to Deus Ex. I need to play that again. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah,
But
you
that's-
see it's
that's like
happening.
I
thought of it. It's happening.
I
It's
did. And now
happening.
I need JC Denton to sneak
It's
around
happening.
and like pew pew. What's your old go-to game?
Dude,
got
I will
any,
say a
classics?
game that I probably played it maybe like within 2 months ago. I went back to it, but this one is like more spread out. But Mirror's Edge Catalyst,
Ooh, that's a
is-
good pick.
I absolutely adore that game. Because I mean, it's beautiful. First of all, it's gorgeous. Like if you don't know
Yeah.
what the world looks like, go look up Mirror's Edge Catalyst 4K. I promise you, you will be wowed.
You know,
I'm about to pull it up. As a matter of fact,
remember-
Jamie, hang on. Pull that up.
yeah,
Pull that shit
I
up, Jamie.
remember the first Mirror's Edge. I played that one. I don't know if I beat it. I remember
Good
playing
God,
that one,
dude.
and then I don't think I've ever played this one.
Dude,
I think I remember it coming out, but
I will say this game did not sell well. at all.
Yeah, I remember it coming out,
EA
and it was like to very little fanfare, unfortunately.
EA did it. EA did it. EA, EA gonna EA.
Yeah.
But I will say this game, like its Reddit page is still active, and they took the servers down already. So it's like you can, like, if you still have it downloaded, you can just play it, but it'll only be offline. But it's not a long game. It's like a 7-8 hour game,
It's
and
fair.
Like
That's a
$7
decent link
right
for a
now.
game.
yeah,
For
dude,
my,
and it's dirt cheap, but it's beautiful. And I first played this game when I graduated high school. Well, let me say I graduated high school 2020, but I played this game during quarantine. Well, I was just
okay.
locked away. So like
Wow.
I was only playing I was playing Modern Warfare 2019 like as if I was getting paid to play it. It is all it is it is all like I was going on a Damascus grind. It was crazy what I was doing in Modern Warfare
Wowzers.
2019. But
This game looks badass, dude.
I went on a little arc then where I started playing some single player games. Like I played Subnautica. That was really fun.
Oh man, what a cool game! I love Subnautica.
Dude, yeah, great game. But I played Mirror's Edge.
Mm.
And dude, it was bro, like being able to just that's one of those games where I've mastered. Like I play with no FOV, with no HUD, nothing. Like I have the map turned off.
Low state.
Like, I only want to see this world. And like it's crazy because it's like parkour, but it's the way that it works is just so nice. Like depending on how smooth you're moving around, Faith, the name of the character, literally enters a flow state where bullets don't hit her.
That's so badass.
So it's like if you can just parkour really good, you're invincible.
That's so awesome.
You're so high up because Faith is a runner, and runners they're like nomads, but they're like skyline nomads. Like they travel in through the ceilings of the cities.
I have to pause real quick. I just realized that some folks might not know what Mirror's Edge actually is. John, can you give us a quick skinny on the Mirror's Edge story / gameplay real quick?
Sure. It's a dystopian game. It is based in the future,
but you're in that pastiche.
Man, he really does.
I sure do. I sure do. But you're in a city called Cascadia, and it's also nicknamed the City of Glass, and everything is ruled by one big corp.
The corpos, they make appearance.
Named it's called Krugersec, and obviously there's some other big corporations.
That's cool.
Yeah, and like essentially, Faith is an orphan, who was separated from her parents and her sister at a very young age, and Faith somehow she gets taken in by a guy, man, I can't remember his name. I think it's Noah or Trevor. It's been a while. But he takes her in and he happens to be a runner. So he teaches her the way of being a runner, which is like you're constantly kind of running. So like you're in these hideouts. Like this city is so massive and so large. There's an infinite amount of places to hide in for a runner. And runners specifically, they have certain gadgets to where they're always traversing rooftops. Most of the people, you don't really meet a lot of like normal folk, but you see them from above. Like the city is so big and so high up that like you just look down and like the people are like ants. So there's this world happening, and dude, it's been so long since I've played it. I unfortunately can't remember like the big conflict, but there is a reason that they have to take Krugersec down for the sake of humanity. And there are a lot of twists and turns along the way. The game has a lot of surprises that you wouldn't think it had in it. That's why I had a lot of fun with it. But essentially, you're just traversing this world, trying to find your sister, kind of, and trying to find some meaning in kind of this endless cycle of greed. I don't know. It's the best synopsis I can give.
That's cool, man. I'm looking at the gameplay here, and it is really pretty. So it seems to highlight like where you need to go with these like red sort of
they're called runner trails.
Okay.
Runner trails.
There's lore.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you can actually
Do you turn those
see
off?
I do now. But
You're a professional runner.
yeah, I don't need it. But essentially runners can see the trails in the past that past runners took. And
Is that networked? Is that IRL people who have done? Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
So like when the servers were online, it was like you could see people like parkouring, or like people would leave like routes you could take, or people would leave, hey, if you go around like this area, you get a really cool view here, or like, oh, like you can do like it was crazy. It was insane. Like it was like Dark Souls message system kind of level.
I
of
love
like,
the Dark Souls
where
message
and
system.
also you could hack screens, so you could put your like emblem into other people's world, so like you could like run out. It was really fun. You could troll, you know what I mean? Like you could also make a trail that would just like, oh, you fall and die here. So so like
no jumping.
yeah, it was just like, I mean, it had so many, like it had the ingredients needed to be a cult hit, you know? I don't think it would have ever been a massive game, but really, really fun game to play. But it's like a comfort game, because like you just go into it and there's this area called Regatta Bay, where it's where all the rich folk hang out in their yachts. But there's like these crazy cherry blossoms all over the place. And it's really gorgeous, really gorgeous. And on PC, I got this game on my PC, and since it's old, bro, I loaded a 4K mod on that thing. Come on. It looks so good.
I bet it looks so fabulous.
It looks so good.
Yeah, even these like bare bones gameplay, the vanilla gameplay that I'm looking at on YouTube, it's really, really like bright and vibrant looking. Yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
I remember the first one. Because I haven't played this one at all. I remember playing the first one, and I only played like some weird demo version or something. Because I don't have it in my library. I don't know where I played it. I actually have no clue. But I definitely played it, and I remember at the time of its release, because the first one was like let's see the release. I think it was 2009.
Yeah, it was like
sounds about right.
09.
Yeah, 2009 release date, and it's like for the time, the original one, dude, like graphically, God,
it was revolutionary.
It was beautiful. It was like one of the most beautiful games out at the time in 2009. Like aesthetically, the lighting was so beautiful, and I remember playing that game, just loving the movement controls, feeling so good, just being able to parkour around everywhere.
Yes.
Like it was the dream of mechanical movement. And then I don't know what happened with the other one. It just
didn't sell. Like it sold it horribly. Like it was not. I don't know what happened, because even like Catalyst came out in like 2016, but I didn't actually play it until like 2020. So it's like even when I played it, it had already been out for some time.
Man, that's really a bummer when a cool game has an interesting concept and execution, and then it just doesn't do anything. It looks like the first one sold around 2.5 million by June of 2013. So it had pretty long lifespan, but that's still not a ton of copies for that 5-year, 4-year, 5-year window.
Right.
And it looks like the second one, they never put out an official number, but it looks like 1.7 to 2 million copies, which, is less than the original, which for a sequel, that really sucks. And it was 8 years later. So 2016 is when Catalyst came out. So not great numbers, unfortunately. But, actually, you know what? Mirror's Edge comes up every now and then when I'm browsing around on YouTube. I like watching videos in particular on what would you call it? DRM methods that are not like de novo. So for Mirror's Edge is one of my favorites, because if you pirated the game, they let you play it, but faith will slow down gradually over time to the point where you can't complete any jumps, and you're just like basically walking off the edge.
Dude, I actually saw you video about that too.
Forgot about that. Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy when a developer is putting out something that they know is really good and that they're proud of, but also they're not dumb enough to put something stupid like de novo in there that's going to make their game take a hit. They just get clever with it.
Yeah, dude.
There's
This
another
whole
really good one. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I had a wonderful experience, but it will be a topic change. I want to ask if that was
Sure.
okay.
I want to highlight one more thing
Please go
of
right ahead.
copyright protection that I really, really enjoy. Actually, two more. One more is a quick one is Serious Sam 3 BFE. If you play that game pirated, there's a monster that shows up that will chase you forever, and it is unkillable, and it basically will ruin your entire time playing that game if it's
So
pirated.
amazing.
It's
That's insane.
incredible. And then there's one other puzzle type game. I can't remember. I think it's called Ether 1. And if you pirated the game, you can get about halfway through it, and there is an elevator that in the pirated version is missing the button. All they did was take out one line of code that says operate elevator. And so when they click the button, they're like pushing it and nothing happens.
How do you
They can't
do
get
that?
somewhere. And the best part about that is that people were going on the forums and were like, "Hey, did I miss something? This button on the elevator is not working." And the developers are like, "Try buying the game, asshole."
Dang. That's
Ah.
so good.
Got
So
him.
did they like how do you even do that? I don't
I asked the same question. The only thing I can think of is that they started the seeds for the pirated versions.
that's amazing. That's so
I mean, all they had to do is take that version, package
Yeah,
it, put it
yeah.
out there, and be like, "Hey, here's the pirated version." Mask it like it's
Right.
some kind of hacker group that's cracking
Right,
games
right,
left and
right.
right. Easy
Dang.
peasy.
Wow.
So, John, you had a pivot.
I did.
Let's go ahead and
I-
pivot.
I got to play on a Switch too.
Bro.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. So our good mutual friend Regal, Julian, he has a Switch too.
Shout outs to Regal Fire. Hope you're in chat, brother.
Dude, so I will say, I wouldn't be man if I didn't admit this, but I slandered the hell out of the Switch 2 like early on into the podcast, and I stand by everything I said. I will say. I stand
there
by
are some-
everything I said.
Yeah.
There are some arguments you made that are grounded and thoroughly thought out, and
Like,
I agree with them all.
I don't regret what I said. But I will say it is upsetting how good Nintendo is at making stuff.
Yep.
And they know it, dude.
And they know it.
it.
They know, dude. First of all, the dude let me like unbox it like out of like the case and everything that it comes with. Well,
Ooh, okay.
great unboxing experience, first of all. And the case feels very nice and sturdy. And the Switch 2 itself, it almost feels lighter than the Switch 1, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
But the way that it feels is like it's like the Joy-Cons are wider. They're so much easier to hold. Like the controls feel a lot smoother to like do thumb stuff with, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But he let me play Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch. And
I've heard very, very good things about that game.
Same.
that game is peak. And I have to get and notice what I'm saying. I have to get a Switch 2
Yeah.
so that I can play it because it is hack and slash Donkey Kong. That is the best way I can describe it. It feels like I'm playing Bayonetta, but as an ape, and I can like tunnel underground. And dude, he becomes an earthbender, and he can pick up the ground and then put it underneath him, and he'll surf on it. He'll surf on the ground, and then when he's done with it, you can just chunk it at something and damage them.
That's wild.
Wow.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is peak, and I have to play it.
Hey, man, you know what? I love that you're man enough to admit it.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, it makes me so mad. They're so good at making stuff. And it's like, then we played Nintendo Sports or the Switch Sports. Brother. We were playing golf. And like, this is what makes me mad, bro, because it's like Nintendo, they go for the jugular. They go for the feels. They go for the feels. Because when I was setting up my swing to putt, you know what I got transported back to? I got transported back to 2010. It was the summer of 010 of 2010, August, playing on the Wii with my mom, my dad, and David, playing Wii Sports, specifically golfing. Like, ooh, that like they just did that to me and it makes me mad. But now I want to play it. I want to play more of Wii Sports. They even have the music. They hit me with the music.
Oh,
I heard it
okay.
again.
Okay, first off, the folks who make the music over at Nintendo, Koji Kondo specifically, he does Mario and Zelda music. That music speaks volumes.
Dude.
Like, not to be a no pun intended, but also the Wii Sports music, the Wii Shop music,
Yes.
the Wii Me Creation music. It hooks you. It's good music.
It
Just to
takes
listen
into the
to.
mind of anyone who listens to it. It's like
Instantly iconic.
yes,
Like,
yeah.
there
Like you will
is,
never forget it.
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like
I can hear the bowling
Yes,
music in my head now. It's
Oh,
just it lives in my head rent free forever.
even hearing the wind in the golf, like it was crazy, dude. It was like I was right back, and like this, and the music when like the ball is flying like in the air, I'm like, dude, like ooh. And then, bro,
Wow.
all the new sports that they added, like I was playing volleyball. I was playing volleyball in Wii in on a Switch. I was playing like I don't know, man. It just I don't know.
It worked
I
good and
like,
felt good, huh?
dude, it felt amazing. It felt
Mm.
great. Like it's done correctly. Like it's done in the way that you would want it to be done. But I just hate it that they cooked. I'm pissed off that they cooked.
they always do, man. They always do. They always have the flaws. They always have those like fundamental issues,
Oh yeah.
or like they skimp out. They've never been a hardware producer. They're not ever performant. But they
Nintendo
make up-
does not understand hardware, and they also don't understand the internet.
Yes, yes. No, you guys are 100% right. Because
Yeah.
It's like they've
that-
never
dude,
heard of the internet or
No.
like friending people. They're like, send your friend code. Here, I'll verify it with my friend code. Now I'm having to text you on my phone. I'm having to download another thing on my phone
Yep.
so that I can talk to you over the game while we're playing.
making it
whatever.
as complicated as possible for
Yes.
absolutely no reason.
No reason. But
Yeah,
yes,
no,
John,
and
you're
like-
right.
Get it.
no,
Other
and
areas they.
you guys are 100% right because guess what the battery life on it is.
I'm gonna say 7 hours.
It doesn't even hit 4.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds about right.
It hits about 2.5 to 3.5 hours.
Yep.
Nintendo expects you to use it docked.
That's so unfortunate. I hate that.
See how like everything I just said, like that was great about it, was immediately cut at its knees.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? It
Why do
doesn't
they
stop
do this to
people-
themselves?
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't stop people from doing buying the Switch and their video games.
Yep.
It's gonna sell like hotcakes.
It's still gonna
Nintendo
sell.
Doesn't care. It's
And they
probably
know.
they're probably gonna break their own record.
Okay, wait. I have to ask, is it one? It's one of two things here. One, they're cutting the corners that they know that their market will tolerate, or they know who their market is and they can cut those
They're not
corners
threatened.
because they aren't educated enough to know that those are corners being cut. So
It's
like
that.
grandmas and kids buy this thing and they're like, this is awesome. But today's kids' attention spans are 15 minutes or fewer. So they're going to play it for 20 minutes and then put it down in the dock. So they'll never understand that the battery life is only 2.5 to 3 hours because they never hit that point. Is that what's going on? Yeah, you think
Yes.
so?
100%. They're not targeting, because yes, there's a huge market in Nintendo for, like the us, but we're not the primary market. The primary market is the kids. It's the family system. It's the hey, we want to have a console that the family can play family games in, or the kiddos
It would be
want,
dock
you know,
mode.
something to throw at the kids while they're in a car ride so that they're not like screaming and yelling or something. It's that's
So
like what
as a
the Switch is
parent,
targeted at.
I can say that actually is welcome.
Yep.
I guess
You're the target
okay.
audience, Nathan.
I am.
You're the
aren't
target
I?
audience.
I'm the dad that's just like, here's your Switch 2. Now shut up and sit down and eat your Doritos.
You're the target audience.
Don't get any chip dust on the analog stick. You'll ruin them.
Yeah. And you know they're going to anyway. And it just is what it is.
You know, it is what it is.
I am a new Joy-Con.
Oh, dude,
That
those
said, John, you
felt
said it plays good, it looks good, it feels good. I mean, in a handheld arena, is that level of quality simply just going to be that way because of the battery technology that we have?
I mean, I don't know, like, because I mean, what else do you compare it with?
Yeah,
In
the Steam
that,
Deck,
you know what I mean, the
maybe.
Steam Deck, but then it's like, oh, well, the Steam Deck's PC. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like $700 as well.
Yeah, it's also much more expensive.
Yeah.
So I think the Switch 2 is like $300-$400 or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of classes itself like in its own category.
Yes, that's what's crazy.
And that's what Nintendo does, and that's why they can make hardware that, like, from a handheld perspective, right? You look at it and you go, well, this is terrible spec, like this is horrible, and it's like, but you can't actually compare it to that because it's not that. It's actually a Nintendo console.
It does, and they don't advertise it,
which is right where they want to be. They want to be in an absolute niche market that is they basically they monopolized themselves because they've created such a strong foundation of a game catalog and an experience that they create with their console that no one can compete with, like not even close, because you can't compete with nostalgia. You can't compete with those old classic catalog that they have.
Yep.
No.
And so they've classed themselves in a section to where they can control every facet of that experience, and you can't directly. Yes, you can compare the quality of my Steam Deck screen is better because it's an OLED, and they moved back to an LED screen, and it's like, yeah, but it doesn't play Zelda. So
yeah.
Oh my God, you hit the nail on the head.
Oh, and that's the problem. It doesn't have Super Smash Bros. So like, I actually don't care about your Steam Deck. I'll never buy it, but I will buy a Switch 2 because Super Smash Bros is important for me. Yeah. And I want to play that game, and I want to beat John, and I want to beat David, and I want to beat everyone else that I play in that game because I'm better than everyone at that game. And and you can't get that anywhere else except the Switch 2.
Yep. Yes, you're so right. Let me paint you a quick a picture of Nintendo's leverage. When you think of Xbox, what character comes to mind?
Master Chief.
Got it. How long did it take them to do that? 2000 what? 2, 3? Yeah. Somewhere in there when the Xbox came out?
Yeah.
What character comes to mind when you think of PlayStation? Exactly. PlayStation's way behind the curve. Yeah. Maybe Solid Snake, maybe Crash Bandicoot, perhaps.
Maybe the little what's his name? The little platformer game. I always forget.
Sly Cooper?
No.
Astrobot.
Astrobot's
that's a newer.
That's new.
That one, that one's pretty good. But I was thinking of the little Sack guy.
Oh, Sackboy, yeah, from Little Big Planet.
Yeah, Little Big Planet.
Yeah, I love Sackboy.
That one was pretty big for a while.
Okay,
now
you guys just answered exactly what I expected you to answer on both of those things. Not only does Nintendo, I'm not even going to ask you Nintendo because you know the fucking answers. 1, Mario. 2, Link. 3, Zelda. 4, Kirby.
Yeah,
they took the time to carve out their character market from the get-go. Immediately in 1990, when Mario around there was getting started, they knew what they had in this character, this little plumber. And then The Legend of Zelda, you've got your Link character. In Kirby, when that came out, you've got it. They're all designed perfectly for being extremely memorable. And because of that, my generation grew up with those early consoles. You guys hit some later consoles that still had those awesome characters, but they were still driving it in. They were still driving in those characters. They stay in your heart, man. They
Yep.
don't stay in your brain. They stay in your heart. I love Mario. I think Mario's a great character.
Yeah, I buy the Switch
Same thing with
my
Link.
heart.
Same thing with Kirby, right? Yes, exactly. You buy it because Super Smash Brothers speaks to your soul.
That's
the
right.
very being of your video game character. And
does.
that's what Nintendo has cornered, not just a space for families to play. They've cornered the nostalgia market.
Yeah, no,
in my
they
opinion.
go for the jugular, man.
Yep.
And
Yeah, they do.
it's crazy, but it goes to show, like, because one thing I forgot to mention earlier, like, I can tell that they want you to have this thing docked because I forgot to mention the dock specs. First of all, it has a gig Ethernet port.
Sick.
Now it can also do
There we go.
4K at 60 frames, so you can play Tears of the Kingdom at 4K.
It's
60
upscaled.
frames.
But yes.
So Elden Ring looks pretty good on it.
I guess so. I didn't even know it, bro.
That's
That's
a
the
joke.
thing. Like, okay,
It doesn't. It doesn't look that good.
No, and it's fine because Cyberpunk is also available on the Switch too, and
That's
there
crazy.
I won't drink no kind of Kool-Aid that the Switch 2 can run Cyberpunk 2077 at 4K 60 frames.
Yeah,
no
no.
chance.
That's
completely
bad flavor
custom-
Kool-Aid.
it's completely custom port, bro.
Stop it.
And that, again, this speaks to volumes to what Nintendo's done as far as a market is concerned. They have gotten again, they're not competing from a hardware level on anything that's out there. So, and they don't tailor to that. They tailor to, hey, we know what we're going to sell and this is what's going to actually make us money. Now, if you want to be a part of that awesome like tribe of people, you can, absolutely. But we're not going to tailor our system for your game. You're going to tailor your game for our system. And that's what they do. The Skyrim port, the freaking right, I think the Witcher's on there. It's like they have all these ports over to the Switch because like
Red Dead.
Finally they have something that is like okay as far as power. Like we can make this work. We just have to fundamentally change all of our graphics coding and then maybe it'll work and we can make it happen. Absolutely. Yeah, they rebuild their game.
But man, it's they, and who gonna say something? They don't have any competition.
Dude,
what
real.
What are you gonna go tell Nintendo? What are you gonna go tell them? Oh yeah. Actually, sorry, we won't be porting our game. Okay.
You guys don't actually understand video games.
Okay.
Meanwhile, they're like, hey, we were a trading card company in the 1800s.
Hey, how many?
You can't say nothing.
Yeah, how many consoles did you sell last year?
Yep, 100%.
How much money did your games bring in?
You know what's crazy? We talked about consoles. We talked about consoles dying, and
not Nintendo.
I think in that conversation we didn't even mention Nintendo.
No.
I don't recall us talking about Nintendo, not even once in the conversation.
Right. We didn't even bring them up.
Again, speaks so much volume. They're not even a part of the console game.
Yes, they're their own thing. It's a Nintendo. Like they've done such a good job at that. Like my mom would never call it a Switch. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a Nintendo.
It's a Nintendo.
It's a Nintendo.
Holy
That's
shit!
So true.
Dude,
that's so true.
Oh my! You think like, bro? There's no shot they did that intentionally, right? Because if they did marketing gods,
yeah, 100%.
So
of the top 5 top consoles sold of all time, Nintendo has 3 in the top 5. The Switch, the DS, and the Game Boy, which is crazy because they're all handheld.
Oh wow!
Every one of them in the top 5 is the handheld one.
Well, yeah.
And the weird thing is the other 2 are Sony PlayStation 2 and Sony PlayStation 4. Microsoft only cracks the top 10 at the last place with the Xbox 360. Sony and Nintendo dominate,
which was an absolute dog water of a console, by the way.
The 360?
Oh my god, dude. What a disaster of a release! Like my goodness.
Okay, yes, I hear you, but also people look back on the 360 mega fondly.
Okay,
like
yeah, but look at their quality control on the Xbox. Dude, I think it was some crazy number like Like
A quarter.
40%.
A quarter.
Oh, it was a quarter of
It's
all
a quarter.
consoles. That is nuts, dude.
A quarter of all consoles red ringed of death, and they were
Uh-huh.
required to fix them. And you know what?
Imagine.
They still made money.
Yeah.
They still made
They
money off
Still
of it.
made money.
They calculated
Everyone
it out
wanted to
and
play
said
Master Chief so bad.
they
Dude.
saw the defect before it went out the door, and they calculated it out, and they said, "Fuck it, ship it."
Bro.
And how did they screw that up? They had and okay, that's the conversation, because what drove the excitement for the Xbox 360? Was it a Halo release that they pushed for the Xbox 360? Halo 2?
Well, that's man, I can't remember. So Halo Combat Evolved was obviously the original Xbox. I want to
Did
say
Halo-
that the 360
Halo
was
1,
Halo
Halo 2?
3 era, was it?
It sounds right. I think it's a Halo 3 drop, if I'm
Let me
not
double check that real quick. But yeah,
Pull that
no.
up, Jamie.
Well, there was definitely a push for a Halo game because let's be real, that's all they have on the Xbox or
Correct,
had at
correct.
that point. You know,
Yeah.
What
let's
did they
see, what
how,
Halo
what I'm getting at is, where did they go so wrong that they didn't create that niche like Nintendo? Because they had the opportunity. Like you said, you said Xbox, I said Master Chief, and it's like that was the
there
game
for them.
on Xbox, is you played Master Chief. You wanted to be with Cortana. Like
You know-
that was like there was moments in that game, right?
They
And
forgot how to make
you know
good
why?
Halo
You know why
games.
you
That's
can't
what
think? You know why you can't think of the Halo game that came with it? They didn't have one. I'm going to blow your mind a bit. When 05 came around and the 360 dropped, there was not a new Halo game.
happened.
Halo 3 didn't drop until 2007, and it was designed specifically to drive 360 adoption because they were having such a tough time with it.
Wow.
Halo 3
okay, so-
single-handedly sounds like it saved the 360.
So, well, yeah, but they're using it as a save rather than the driving factor, and it's like that's where they
Right.
went wrong. So there it is.
There
That's
it is.
where they messed up.
The
And-
fundamental misunderstanding of what drives a console sale right there.
Yeah.
I would also argue one thing though with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
They forgot how to make good Halo games. Halo 3 is considered one of the best Halo games. Like
Hey,
Halo 3 is
3 is awesome.
Halo 3 is peak. Hey guys, did you guys check out Halo 5?
Nope.
I'm sure you didn't. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
Nobody else did either.
They forgot how to make good Halo games after 3
Right.
and WSD. So it's like, why get an Xbox? There's no good games on it. Any game I could play on my Xbox, I can play on my PlayStation. The Halo game sucks.
Yep. Well, I mean, look at what they're doing right now. Even they know this.
The Xbox
aware.
Magnets. Have you guys seen that?
Everything is an Xbox. That's what they're kind of pushing as their messaging
Have
right
you
now.
seen the new
What they're
Xbox?
doing-
No. What?
It's called, yes, Xbox Magnus. It's essentially a PC.
Okay, so they're trying to compete with the Steam box.
Well, yeah, because they've already ported everything to Windows, so like there's no exclusivity
no point.
to the console anymore. So
Everything's
yeah,
an Xbox.
they don't have any leverage. Like Nintendo has the leverage of keeping it
All of it.
isolated to that platform, but Xbox has ruined that in the, not necessarily in such a negative way, but like from a console way, like to destroy the console side of it. They've done that through removing exclusivity.
Yep.
Maybe you say that's better for people, maybe you say it's not better for people, but from a Xbox console perspective, horrible play.
100%. And
Yeah.
the reason it doesn't matter though is because of Microsoft. You can't convince me otherwise, right? Because
A cool controller.
no, I look sick.
That is a sick looking controller. I wish I could show it off on the screen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I have my. Anyway,
Beautiful.
yeah, I'm actually shocked right now that there is a Xbox console on the way because
Yep.
for some months now I've been hearing
Console.
everything. Yeah, quote unquote. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
put some stinger quotes
Windows,
on it
bro.
because for a while they were like, well, let's just push Game Pass and everything you want can be an Xbox, so we don't have to worry about hardware overhead. Which on paper, that's not a bad idea. It really isn't. But also, who's going to be dropping 30, 40, 50 bucks a month
Well, they're
to
picking
play all those games anywhere they want?
Man, they're picking up the
I don't know.
pieces. They're picking up the pieces of their own demise, and in that sense, because again, they had this hold with Xbox that was Halo, like the Halo series with Master Chief, and coming from that, and you see, yeah, Halo 3, a banger of a game, that's fine, and it came out and it saved the Xbox 360. We can give it that. They did do that amazing, but that was already a miscalculation to begin with, because driving that console without the fundamental, like the actual foundation that drives that console to be, it's the hook for the console. Why do I want to get this console? It's not because it's bigger and badder than the last series. It's because you're going to give me a game that I want to play. And
Yes.
And when you drop that console with nothing that I want to actually play, then you lose. I mean, and sure, they had like Gears of War, they had all this other stuff too, but like that's the one thing that you're looking at and you're going, okay, that is Xbox. I think like they freaking integrated Cortana to their Windows operating system, right? Like they knew how big Master Chief was in the world of Microsoft, and to not allow that to drive the growth of why should I buy an Xbox, I think was a complete misstep, because that's what Nintendo did. Is they took Mario and they said, hey, you want to continue playing Mario? Well, we've got a new Mario game, but if you want to play new Mario game, buy new console.
Buy new console.
Yeah. So
and that's how they drove their sales.
Microsoft and Nintendo are operating on completely different frequencies, and it literally is like, I picture it as like the suits in Japan who were the kids themselves growing up with these video games and making these video games and understanding the market from the very beginning, and then the American idiots coming in with their suits like, well, they just need a bigger, badder console, and we need to advertise the nano teraflops. And then once they see how bigger and badder our console is, they'll get that. Meanwhile, they're dropping it with no games. They have no way to what the fuck am I going to do with your system? Nothing. I don't have anything to play on your system. Meanwhile, Devin, you're 100% right. Like, I'm coming to Nintendo for Mario. And I wish I had a megaphone in a boardroom that I could go to Microsoft and be like, oh, so your console's bigger and better? Who gives a shit? No one cares.
There's no good games on it.
Yes. And all the good games that you're selling me right now, I've already fucking played them all. Okay? You're not selling me the past. I don't want you to sell me the past. I want you to get innovative and get creative. Does Nintendo nail it out of the park every single time with every single Mario game? No. But that's not the point. The point is, we're here to see what you guys cooked up on Mario's front, okay? Because I done played Mario 64. I done played Mario Galaxy. Those games fucking hooked me. You're telling me Mario Odyssey? Sign me up. Bowser's Fury? Sign me up. I don't care what it is. I'm going to try it out.
I'm looking at the Xbox 360 launch lineup of games that they dropped.
Oh God.
There's a Call of Duty, of course.
Okay, expected.
Okay, but again, we're looking at it from a franchise perspective, because what's driving their sales? Yeah, Call of Duty absolutely kept Xbox alive to some degree, but there's not there. God, they did that. They're not controlling that. That was not Microsoft. That's not a Microsoft controlled game. So anyway, then there's all the sports games. You have the NBA, you've got FIFA,
the Maddens.
All the Madden shit. All of it is there. And then it looks like Quake 4.
Who played that? Not me.
Thank you very much. Looks like a Tetris game.
Okay, sick. But also, who gives a shit?
Dude, no, literally, I'm looking at this and I don't know. Bejeweled 2 was on there.
Bejeweled. Guys.
A mobile game. That's one of their best hooks.
Yes,
go ahead.
I would love to read you just real quick this Phil Spencer quote, CEO of Xbox.
Oh no. Is it the one? I'm sorry.
It is the one.
We'll say it.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. No. It's gonna be great.
Go ahead.
Guys, this is the CEO of Xbox in 2023. He has some great things to say. We're not in the business of out-consoling Sony or out-consoling Nintendo. There isn't really a great solution or win for us. I know that will upset a ton of people, but it's just the truth of the matter. When you're third place in the console marketplace and the top two players are as strong as they are, and in certain cases have very discreet focus on doing deals and other things make being on Xbox hard as a team. That's on us, not on anybody else. Our vision is that everybody that's on a console has to feel like they have a great experience and that they're a first class citizen. They've invested a ton in our platform, but we're not in a position. And I see out there, I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of the sudden you're going to see console shares shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation when everybody built their digital library of games.
That is a fundamental misunderstanding of
He's
how.
said it at the very
So
end.
then what's the answer,
said it-
Phil?
He said it at the very end. When everyone
We
else
lost.
built their digital library of games.
He contradicted himself like
Yeah.
a sentence afterward.
Yeah.
He then talks about, oh, people think that if you just build great games, oh, well, we lost because everybody else built their digital library of games. I mean, like, how much, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a CEO, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Do CEOs not listen to themselves, like what they say sometimes? Maybe.
Hey, the suits, man. They
Nathan, look at Nathan has his hand on his heart, bro.
Crying over here because this fucking guy. It's literally what I just described. Is it not?
Yeah.
The man in
really
the American suit comes up and is like, "We totally understand what makes video games tick," and then they
Yeah.
fail.
Great
Third
game.
place. Look, the third place is not bad, but when there's only 3 of them that everybody ever really talks about, that's not good either. And at the end of the day, he is operating from a complete misunderstanding of what gamers are demanding, and it's evident in Sony and Nintendo providing those things, which are games. We want to
Game.
play games. We
He
don't
literally said it. Everybody built their digital library of games.
Yep.
I can't. Well,
So
you also have to. That's actually not the quote I was thinking of, John. So this is one of my favorite quotes. This might not have come out of his mouth. I don't want to attribute it to him, but if it was him, take the attribution with a grain of salt. Just after the 360 was coming out, what was even their next console called? The Series X? Is that the one that came after?
Xbox One.
Xbox One, that's right. I even forgot that existed because nobody cared about it. Well, the Xbox One was coming out and it was internet required. And he was basically saying, oh, I know around the world that not everybody has a dedicated internet connection that is up to par for what the Xbox One is demanded. And we have a product for them. It's called Xbox 360. That was a quote that came out of the mouth of somebody in a leadership position for that company. It's no wonder they're losing.
Wait, hold on. Obligatory pivot. I also know someone who has said something like that to their gamers before. Hey, get better.
Is it Randy
computers.
Pitchford?
Yes. And I want to just say, fuck you.
Fuck Randy Pitchford. Yes. I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Fuck Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, take a little sip to that.
You, Randy.
It's simply not possible to optimize for a 5090 32 gigabyte card in this day and age.
Dude,
Get
like,
better developers, homie.
It's just so dumb. Like,
And
it's like, it just doesn't even make sense. Like, even
You don't even have to get better developers.
Bro,
Just get
like,
better PR.
even the guy that wrote this article, even like as he literally starts writing after the dude's quote, he's like, I find this to be a rather bizarre statement. and he's literally like, and I question what his motivations were for saying it. Far be it from me to tell the CEO of Xbox his business, but there's some things that were said here that don't ring true at all.
There you have it, folks.
Yep.
Even the
The
guy
guy that
that the article.
The guy that interviewed him was like, yeah, this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
He's basically sitting there going, this fucking guy.
No, it's
Listen to
again,
this.
it's a fundamental misunderstanding because that's okay. This is the example I have. Xbox 360 comes out. This was huge. I remember the Xbox 360 coming out and being able to play I want to say 1080p. It was pushing 1080p on Xbox 360. Is that right?
Well, at some point there was a 360 that had a connector for HDMI, but it wasn't for a little while. There was a time where it was basically pushing only 480p, and then they had the
Whoa.
HDMI version drop afterward.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
Man.
Yeah, bro. So when the 360
There was
dropped,
like
I got
HDMI version of the
Yes.
console.
yes, yeah. So you
Oh,
had
shit.
basically that RGB connector, you know, the
Yeah.
it was
It's
red,
like
yellow, red,
white,
yellow, white.
yellow,
We
white.
had.
Uh-huh. And then you even the Wii was trying to push further than their 240p. Can you first off, that number but in
Bro.
today's like terms, playing on a CRT, it still looked pretty good back in the day. But at the end of the day, it was still not great resolution. And even the Wii had a connector that was like one of those 6-prong ones that had other colors thrown in there, red and blue and green and stuff.
I remember that.
But there was a time where the 360 wasn't able to do full 1080p until later.
Right.
Crazy.
That's really rough. But what I'm
Yeah.
getting at is, excuse me, I've been eating some chips. But the fundamental thing that they're missing is what Nintendo has always done with their hardware, and this is what we were getting pissed at with how they pushed out the Switch 2, and we can complain about their hardware, etc. The problem is it plays their games, and it plays it like in most cases, minus the Switch, the first Switch, it pretty much always plays their games without an issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
They miscalculated, I think, on the first Switch. I think they just messed up. I don't think that was their intention. Because they've always done it to a degree where it's like it is just spec enough to play their games. And that's all the hardware that they're going to push. They're not pushing anything more than that. They're not trying to be a powerful console. They're not trying to push the bounds of the console from a hardware perspective for hardware's sake. They're pushing the bounds of the hardware for the video game's sake. And that was the fundamental difference. Is Xbox said, hey, Xbox Connect, check it out, you can play all these cool games. And then everyone had to try to make games for this weird freaking hardware that someone spun up in a meeting. And it's like, why are we doing this? Because Nintendo had a motion control, and like you're scared of that or something, and like you feel like you have to but what Nintendo did is they were building these games to push the bounds of their hardware. And so then they're creating this experience through their game, and it's just like literally a complete flipped approach on how they were releasing content and hardware. It like actually completely flipped.
Oh my God. Oh, it's almost like a game company ought to make games or something.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, if that's your
I don't know. That's crazy. Crazy
I don't know
notion.
why you said that?
Yeah, don't be.
I'm gonna kick you off this podcast for even mentioning game companies should make
Why?
games.
You think they should make good games too? What? What's wrong with you?
Like, imagine if they would have locked in, and we would have gotten like epic. And here's the thing: is Nintendo, they're not dropping stuff like every year. They're waiting. They're building their thing. They're releasing it with this console. And then they're pushing the bounds with that console and that new game. They're not rushing to every year like Call of Duty is coming out, right? That's not what they're doing. Obviously, that's not Microsoft. Well, it is now, but it wasn't always
like it. Yeah,
it wasn't always Microsoft. And it's like, so take your time, build the franchise that everyone loves. Work on your Halo, right? Build your Halo out, and then build your console around that Halo. Build your console around that Halo. There was something there. Anyway, yeah, that was good, right? There was something there.
Like,
acknowledged.
No, like Devin, you cooked, right? Because it's like Halo. What? Like we immediately Xbox Halo. You're right. They put Cortana in Microsoft Windows. I remember having to turn off Cortana for enterprise.
I hated it being there,
yes,
but it was also really
there.
Cool that it was there, dude. When they announced that, I was like, "Oh, I am hyped! I am hyped!"
Like, they had like everything needed. They just threw
They fumbled the ball
They
huge.
just
Big time. Big
blew.
time.
And now, unfortunately, they'll never recover. And I mean, I think
Well, and they know that, and so
they
they're
know that.
pivoting.
Yeah.
They're pivoting,
So they're
and
pivoting to
they have
Xbox
to.
Magnus.
And
Whatever that is.
So have
Whatever that
they talked in more detail on like the OS version that it's going to be on? Like, do you have any idea on any of that? From what I understood, is they were working with Microsoft Windows team was working with Xbox team on developing a version of Windows for Xbox.
I do remember
that's
hearing
probably correct, somewhat, but I don't know all the details. And right now, what we're looking
Basically-
at is Xbox Magnus specs are leaking at the moment.
Got it.
And they're talking about like AMD chips and things like that that are supposed to outperform the PlayStation 6. But again,
And they're targeting the wrong thing. I mean,
who
but
cares?
they've already
cares?
fumbled. They have to play.
Yeah.
They have to play the card that they have at this point. They've fumbled so bad. They've ruined the Halo franchise. They can't lean on it anymore.
Yep.
Well, okay, hold on. They are trying to do it. They're remastering freaking Halo
Combat Enhanced. What is it called?
Yeah, it's CE something, but it's not Combat Evolved. It's Combat it's something like that. But yeah. They're remastering it, and it's because it's the one that people loved. It's the one that starts this beautiful franchise, and it's like that's the only way that they're going to be able to revive that. If they could revive that series, their specific quote was, "We're just putting this game out here to see if there's still a market for a Halo game." That was literally what they said.
I'm telling you, there's so a market for a Halo game right now, because if they do it right, Halo is a good game to begin with.
Amazing.
And if they start approaching games from a games forward perspective, they will start winning again. But until they do that, until they get their heads out of their hardware asses and start actually making games that people want to play, not just a repackaged Madden, not just a repackaged FIFA, not just some nonsense that no one cares about, they're not going to get anywhere with it. Take a look at Nintendo's release cadence. You mentioned earlier that Nintendo doesn't do an every year release. It's because they operate from an ideas perspective. Like the Wii, for example, the Wii hits. The Wii hits good because they had an idea and they ran with it and they made it good first, and then they released it into the wild and it sold like gangbusters. Then they had another idea and it came out shortly thereafter, the Wii U. Not so much. It didn't quite land. But the release wasn't based on what kind of hardware can we push. The release was, I have an idea for a console that also has a tablet. Let's do that and see what happens. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But the idea at the core was not just basically, oh, how much RAM can we shove in this box?
It's not performance based, it's experience based.
Yes.
And
what does this tablet do for this console? What does this tablet do for the game I am playing right now? Mario Maker went crazy.
Absolutely, bro. The idea that Nintendo has is to create a console that's not, I sit down and turn off my brain, play video games. They've never done this. They want you to interact. They want it to be, they want people to play games together. They want to be in the living room, and they want this to be what everyone's paying attention to. That, like, they've built their console around that. They build their games around that, creating an experience for the person rather than creating a game that is cool, right? Like, that's not what they're looking to do. They're trying to create this experience that you have, and so they tweak their hardware to make it interesting, and to say, hey, we're going to shake it up because we don't want you to just hold this Pro controller. We want you to tilt your Pro controller and aim, to just add something different. And it's like, it's the little things like that Nintendo does really, really well. And they're not so focused on this high-end optimized, realistic, we've talked about before, graphically intensive, all of this stuff that some people really think matters. And then you look at it and you go, yeah, but I just want to play hack and slash Donkey Kong. And that doesn't require like insane graphics. So here's what I think that they could do to revive themselves. I'm going to give you the game plan that
Can I pause you real quick?
Yes.
I want to add on to what you're saying about Nintendo's beautiful execution. I'm really kind of I'm gonna glaze Nintendo a bit here. It's two things. One, the slogan for the Wii. Oh, it gives me chills
good?
because it's so good. It's this. We want to play.
Yep.
Oh
Dude,
my god.
easy.
Nailed it on
Cooked.
the head. It's so good. It's just, and I remember watching those TV commercials, and they had those guys show up with the white gloves and the controller, and they handed the little wand out, and they said, "We want to play." And then they showed everybody having a good time together in the living room.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
Like, bro,
exactly what we're looking for.
Yes.
And two, and this is a more personalized approach to it. The construction and execution of Super Mario Odyssey. Ooh, that isn't a 10 out of 10 game. That is an 11 out of 10 game. That game is perfect on so many levels, from a newcomer to the Mario series, all the way to back to it touched my 1993 Super Mario Brothers 3 experience and everything in between.
Bro.
That game is perfect, and it is a fundamental mastery of what makes a great game great. So I have to glaze Nintendo for the Wii and Super Mario Odyssey. That is the pocket that Nintendo excels at, and that everybody in the console space and video game space should be looking at and saying, how do we do this?
Bro, like Mario Odyssey, my good friend Caleb, Hollow Attorney, his mother, a retired principal, asked for his Switch so she could play Mario Odyssey. This is like a 50 to early 60-year-old woman who is like, "Son, give me your Switch so that I can play the new Mario game."
I love it. I love that. And my mother-in-law, I've said this before, but she bought a Switch because Mario Party is a thing. She owns 3 Mario Party games, and we play them routinely.
That's what we're talking about. Like no, nothing else could do that except Nintendo.
Yep.
Nothing.
Now, okay, I'm gonna pull this back into Xbox.
Yep. I want to hear your game plan.
So
I think
I don't think that you want to be Nintendo, because you need to be in a different market. And what Nintendo does is it brings the entire family together. And I think that can be Nintendo. Nintendo does that, and they do that well. It's a everyone wants to play our game, and that's good. I don't think that's the entire market of video games. And because there's people who are more serious about video games, or want more of a challenge in video games, or whatever it may be, right? They want something not to be, hey, this is the family friendly game. But that doesn't mean that people don't want an experience in their game. And what I mean by that is, what memories do you have of playing Halo? And a lot of mine, maybe it's different for you guys, a lot of my experience playing Halo was playing with my brother through the campaign, or playing with my cousin and my brother through the campaign, and doing all sorts of wacky, fun stuff going through the campaign and experiencing the campaign levels, the maps, the fights, etc. You're going through the whole series, but you're playing. I'm sitting in a living room. We're gaming until 2 a.m. with my brother right next to me, experiencing this game together. Now,
operative word. Together.
Yes. Now, I'm not saying it has to look exactly like it did back in 2008. That's not what I'm saying. The world has changed. We have the internet that is really, really cool. And I've seen a market just disappear. That is the split screen. That is this co-op campaign is just kind of been missing for a while.
Gone.
Co-op campaign is gone. There's co-op games. There's co-op like online games where it's like, oh, you get a 4-man party, and do this thing in a game, and da-da-da. But co-op campaign games have been MIA for a while.
Long time.
And a part of the reason is you can't push the graphical bounds of video games and do it twice on the same console.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a part of why they stopped pushing those games, is because hardware related wise, having to render, right? Like the beautiful rendering techniques that we found, hey, we're only going to render this one little spot on your screen to the highest graphic fidelity that we can, because that's what you're looking at. Everything else is going to be slightly lower resolution, and we'll start to build it in the closer it gets to the center of your screen, right? The beautiful work that developers have done to optimize video games, make them run smoother, etc. But when you're pushing the bounds of the hardware because your software is just crushing it, you're not going to then be able to double that and do it with two players at the same time.
No, you're so right, bro. Like,
So
because
it
I remember
kills.
yelling, "No screen peeking." I haven't yelled that out in a
Right.
long time.
That is right. And I'm not saying we have to go back to that entirely, but there should be an option. John,
Yeah.
I would have you come over to my house on the weekend and play some fucking Halo.
Bro.
Right? That would be so fun. That's the and those experiences is what crafted because it's not just playing a game by yourself that creates a lot of those experiences. Playing a game and then talking to someone else about that same experience that they had is what creates those experiences and crafts that, oh man, the Master Chief. Like, you guys are both playing Master Chief and getting to execute this epic story of his journey and saving the world and all of this. Like, you guys are the heroes and you're going through this together and you're experiencing it together. Now, I think it can look different. I think it can be online, like co-op campaign. I think Borderlands does that, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of their most redeeming qualities in their games is you can just have a buddy jump into your world. I think they have some flaws with the way they do it, but that's actually some of my most motivation to play a Borderlands game. Is it's one of the only few games that's a co-op campaign left.
Yeah.
Like, there's not many of them out there, and I think that there's a market. There has to be a market for it, because if Nintendo is still doing it, and they're still successful
They
doing
never
it.
stopped.
They never stopped. You're right.
They never
And
stopped.
if we say, hey, look, and I'm not saying you have to gate it to only the new Xbox Magnus, but hey, Microsoft, like, drop a Halo game, make it accessible on Windows and your Xbox Magnus, where you can easily play a local co-op. You can easily play online co-op. Bring back a good Master Chief game, right? Or you can have those same experiences that you had where, yes, there's going to be some crazy physics glitches and all that type of fun stuff that you can play through the game. It doesn't have to be this perfect polished masterpiece of graphic fidelity. And like remastering Halo CE, that the exciting part is not the graphic fidelity. The exciting part is, oh, we're going to get a new port of this game that is really fantastic. Like,
yeah,
that's the exciting. It's not, oh, you upscaled the resolution to all the textures and like, I could give two shits about that. Is the game going to be enjoyable? Can I play it with my friend? Because
I can't be friends with your resolution increase.
Correct. I'm still lonely with this 4K screen.
Dude.
That's so true.
To talk about Halo, just to touch more, to expound on what Devin is saying. So my good friend Caleb, Halo diehard, he's met Master Chief IRL, has met the dude.
Oh, wow.
And, one thing I heard Caleb say once, because I asked him, we played, I know that he beat Infinite. I played a little bit of Infinite, but I remember hearing him say, my friend Caleb, he was disappointed with Halo Infinite. Now, in Caleb's words, as a true Halo fan that he is, he wants to see Chief ride off into the sunset. Like, he wants the Halo community really wants to see an ending to Master Chief. Dude's old. He's been, like, even in lore, like, he's an old dog.
Yep.
What a way to res your console than if you gave the most beautiful farewell to one of the most iconic characters in gaming history. They would never do that, and they would utterly fail if they tried. But imagine if they did.
In a perfect world, we would get that game.
In a perfect world, we would get that
we
game.
We would get the Master Chief laying on the side of a hill, watching the sunset as he dies of typhoid.
Yes.
But we'll never get that.
Never.
Also, welcome, Hollow Attorney. I'm so glad you're in chat. He says, "What are you talking about? The Halo CE remake is totally going to fix everything." Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no.
that's totally
So-
where we're at, man. Because, you know, by the way, campaign evolved is what it's called. I
Oh,
just
that's right.
thought of
That's
that.
right.
uh,
Yeah.
uh, man, I'm so torn about it because on one hand, awesome, they're remaking, remastering,
Yeah.
rebuilding an old thing that I know is good, but one, are they going to fuck it up? Two, is it going to be the same fun that we used to have? And three, is that audience there? And four, if the audience isn't there, is the existing audience going to understand and appreciate what that is now on today's gaming landscape? And that is not to say they won't know how to appreciate this game. All I'm saying is they want things from their games, and if that doesn't meet their expectations or it doesn't translate to them well, they're just going to reject it, and it's not going to fix anything. You know,
Have you ever had a this is going to seem like a crazy thing to say right now. You ever had a meal like at a restaurant or maybe you bought something and then there was like a piece of hair in it and you don't know where that hair came from and it just like ruined the meal and you're like, "Oh shit, like I don't want to eat," like it just like killed my appetite or something like that. But teach, whatever to that extent that could be for you. Maybe you can endure the little hair piece. Some people, no problem. But like, have you had something where it got tainted and it just completely ruins it for you and you don't want it? You have to throw it away.
yes.
That's what's happened with Halo. That's why you wanted an ending to Mr. Master Chief, is because they've taken a crap on the whole series so bad that we would say just kill it. Literally kill him. End his life. Take it away from me because I don't want to have to suffer anymore and watch him just turn into something that he never should have been turned into to begin with. That's what I just heard in that conversation.
Pretty much.
We're begging for them to stop just
Yes.
smearing him
Kill
through
him.
sewage and just put him out of his misery, dude. And that's where they messed up, is they've already ruined the Halo series so badly. There's not a revival. I don't think they can revive the Halo series. Not right now. It would need to be so much further in the future. They're still too close to other ruined Halo games to then say, "Oh, but we can do it better this time." No one believes you, and no one wants to play your future game because, yeah, you're going to revive the one that you guys absolutely crushed. And sure, we're going to go, "Oh, that's really cool." And all the nostalgia people will play it and enjoy it. It doesn't mean now we're going to trust a Halo 6. That doesn't change what you just recently made.
Yeah.
You can't bring back a one that was the one that crushed it way back and say, "Oh yeah, we can make this again." No, you can't.
They can't.
You've proven that.
You
proven that
already
over and
made
over.
that one anyway. You already did that. And
No.
therein lies the rub, right? They are remaking Halo. Cool. You already did that though. We've been here before.
Yep.
All you're doing is resurrecting a zombie and showing us the thing
They're
and like
grave
dressing
digging.
it up.
And people are
They
saying,
are-
just
they are
please
grave digging.
let
Grave
him
digging.
die.
I have hope that this will actually be something that people appreciate and enjoy, because for Halo fans that are out there, my God, y'all have it rough.
Dude,
Holy
want-
shit.
I-
Dude, it is a rough
I want
franchise to be a
Caleb
fan
to
of.
have justice. He deserves something.
Yeah,
For this
they deserve
devotion.
something. The Halo fans deserve something
Yes.
that is a send-off for Master Chief, and it needs to be as good or better as the ending of ODST. Survive.
Oh shit.
Survive. Just seeing that on the screen, and you're just like, I'm killing everything.
Man,
It needs to be that good.
dude,
And I
like,
don't know if they have it in them, guys. I really
I don't
don't.
know.
man.
I don't think
And-
they
and,
do.
like,
Not
even,
right
like,
now.
bro. And especially like it's just been passed around like a hot potato, because even like Halo Reach, where that was like,
Or Hollow Attorney.
Hollow Attorney says it'll never
Dude,
happen.
no,
All hope
like,
is
man,
lost.
I want Caleb to get something, bro. Like, man, I feel bad. Like his franchise, he's just watched it just be dragged through.
I have
the
a friend
mud.
that's like that too. He's a big Halo fan, and he's just like,
watched
he
it.
literally, he'll sit there, he'd be like, "Hey, do you guys want to play Halo Infinite multiplayer?" And we're just like, no one
No.
wants to play it. Like literally no one wants to play that. I'm so sorry.
It's free right now, right?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I mean, if
even
it's not,
at
they
the
should.
cost of $0, I
Yeah,
don't want to play it.
I'm not playing that game. I'm sorry. They've
Oh
ruined it.
man,
Like it's just it's like I said, it's the food that has a piece of hair in it. I can take the hair out, and I still just I know it was there. Like you can't tell me that like you dropped my steak in sewage, but it's okay. I rinsed it off with water and put soap on it, and expect me to still want to eat that steak.
it's still been in poop.
I know where it's been.
Know where it was.
Like
I know where it's been.
I
Bro.
watched you pull it out of the toilet. Like I'm not eating that steak. I will
And it
get a new
pisses
steak.
me off, dude, because Master Chief is so cool. Dang,
It's sick character for
like,
sure.
man,
What a
like
fumble.
it's Master Chief, and like, bro, there's this like new in one of the games. There's like a new generation of Spartans trying to lil bro Master Chief. Like, do you know who you're talking to? Who do you think you are? It's Master Chief, dude. Dang, bro, like Master Chief's a Mark 1 Spartan. Because like there was iterations of Spartan. Mark 1's one of the biggest ones that they made. Dude's like 7 feet tall. And this little 6'6" little Mark 3 Spartan's trying to talk big to Master freaking Chief.
The
That
guy is so
dude,
alpha. He has
Bro.
two alpha names in his one name, Master
Yes.
and Chief.
And Chief. Yes. Dude, he is one of 2 Spartans to be classified as hyper lethal. That means something. Dang it.
Mm. Hey, but you know what? I don't know which is worse, to be a Elder Scrolls fan and have like this nonsense where they're like, hey, how about Skyrim? Awesome, great game. How about Skyrim again? Okay, cool. How about we got one for you guys. How about Skyrim? Wait a minute. We got one more. Guys, what do we have back there? Oh yeah, Skyrim again.
No. And then they're like, "Hey, but we're gonna make an Elder Scrolls 6. Don't you worry about it. It's in production.
It's coming.
15
It's
years
coming.
later.
You know what?
Don't worry about it. We are still in production.
Hey, okay.
I feel like Elder Scrolls,
play that?
but I feel like Bethesda wants so badly to be Rockstar, and they're just not gonna be. 'cause
Dude, they'll never be Rockstar. Are you kidding me? Nothing will ever be Rockstar, bro.
No,
I'm sorry,
Rockstar is
dude.
special. Rockstar
No,
and
bro.
Nintendo live in their own pockets
Yeah,
in such a way that is like mega ultra successful.
You know what?
And it's the shining beacon that all game companies wish one day that they could be, to make
Yeah.
a literal $1 billion video game with projected sales to double that. That's the current projected sales for GTA 6 is $2 billion.
And I'm hyped for it. Hey,
I'm here.
by the
I'm
way,
here for it.
maybe Rockstar should make the last Halo game.
Bro, can you imagine what would a Rockstar Halo game look like? I can't even.
It
My
would
brain
be-
broke a little bit just now.
Bro, I just know that they would just cook in such a way that would be completely unexpected.
We would
Like,
get the
yeah.
best Halo game ever in 10 years from now.
Skyrim Fishing Edition.
Skyrim Fishing Edition. That's classic.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Should have put a PH there instead of an F.
Oh, Nathan, will you be there? Will you play Elder Scrolls 6 if we get it?
You know what I'll do? I will.
Will you
Man,
be
I don't
there on
know.
launch? Like you won't?
No, I don't think so. Listen, I'm not going to beat that dead horse or beat that dead joke that I always bring up. Skyrim is fine. I'm glad you guys have your game. Enjoy it. I love that you love it, and I
I'm
love that.
glad you have your game.
I'm glad you have your little game over there. No, I'm serious when I say that I did the due diligence. It's just not for me. I don't think that I'm going to be there on day one. But what I will be doing is checking out some folks on Twitch and YouTube that I trust,
Yeah.
who not only have opinions that I know are going to be legit, but also that enjoy the game for what it is and can approach it on its terms and actually appreciate whatever it is, for better or worse. Because I'm not going to lie, a part of me is expecting to go in there and see these folks play this game and be like, yeah, okay, it's fine. I'm not going to lie, that's my expectation for it, because
Me too.
Bethesda hasn't been on a great winning streak as of late.
Nope.
That would
haven't
kill
either.
Bethesda. That would be
Yeah.
the final
If
nail.
they
in the
if they
coffin.
fumble Elder Scrolls, if they fumble Elder Scrolls,
That's it.
that's a death
Done.
knell.
They're done.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
It's
even
just
after-
like
Bro.
Xbox fucking it up for Halo.
yes,
It's
bro.
the exact
Yeah,
same thing.
bro. Because especially after after Fallout 76, after Starfield, like just 2 releases in a row that just completely fell on their face.
They almost crapped the bed with Doom, because Doom 2016 is a I don't even know how to describe how great that game is. I think that game is phenomenal, top to
Doom.
bottom.
Peak Doom.
Doom Eternal. Okay, that's a different approach you could take with it. It's a little more arcadey, a little more colorful. That's cool.
I can't lie. I do love Eternal. It's so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and that's okay. And they almost fumbled it again with Doom: The Dark Ages, but they did okay. They were like, okay, we have another concept. It's again ideas forward. They took basically Dark Souls and fused it into Doom and gave the guy a shield, for God's sake. That's awesome. And they totally understood what draws people to the Doom games, and that's like total badassery. So kudos to Bethesda for doing that work there. But on those other 2 series, they've already screwed the pooch on Fallout. Nobody trusts Bethesda on Fallout anymore.
I don't think they can make another one.
And I say this as a Fallout fan. I like Fallout 4. I know some people hate on it, but I really enjoyed that game. But 76 was such a bad mess, and just really stunk so much on so many levels that I don't think the goodwill's there unless they'd have to go back to basics.
I bought it on Steam and refunded it within like 30 minutes.
God dang, dude! Wow.
Yeah. And that was not even that long ago. I think I didn't even pay more than like $8 for that game or so. I think I got it on and I was just like, not even worth. Like,
wow.
I'm refunding this on principle.
Man, it sucks. I was really excited for Starfield. I really thought
that
would do good. But no, dude, 76. Devin, I had a buddy that did the same thing. Played maybe 20 minutes and was like, I'm good. And refunded it.
I see what y'all did here, and I don't much care for it.
Yeah, he's
Literally.
like, I'm good.
I was like, this is not like, I'm actually not going to enjoy this game, like not even a little bit. And yeah, I just alt F forward. My buddy was still in the game. He's like, "Are you playing? Like, where'd you go?" I'm like, "I'm done. I already refunded the game." He was like, "What?" Like, I refunded the game. Actually, we were waiting on another friend to get online. Like, we had messaged about it. We're like, "Hey, let's all play Fallout 76 tonight. We'll try it out." And like we all get on, and then it was actually just 2 of us waiting on the other one to get on, and before the last guy could even get on, we had closed the game out and both refunded the game, but before the other guy could even get on, and we're like, not worth it. And he's like, well, I mean, I'm gonna try it.
We're like, at your own risk.
Yeah, literally, you go play it by yourself. We're not gonna. I'm done. Like, I'm not doing it.
It's so unfortunate. Fallout's such a great concept. The idea of Fallout to me is so cool, and to see it go down the toilet like that is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I still stand by my opinions on the older games, on Fallout 4, even on the TV series. I still enjoy what they're offering sometimes, but 76 is so egregious that, I mean, you heard it here. Devin refunded it in 30 minutes. That's insanity. That's actual insanity that they put out a product that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, nuts. I did not care for it, not even slightly, dude.
Not even slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of not caring for things, this might be a real short subject, but I'm getting over, I guess you would call it hero shooters. Why is every multiplayer game a hero shooter now? And as I'm seeing them come out, every one of them is indistinguishable from the next. Every single one of them. I saw this game recently. Have you guys seen High Guard?
Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
Why does everything come out looking like either Fortnite or Apex Legends or somewhere in between, and then every character looks like they belong on a mobile app icon? What is that? Can we stop with that? Can we get some interesting art styles up in here, please? I just have to get that off my chest right now because I'm so sick of that. I would love to play a new multiplayer game with you guys if it didn't look like that. This like nondescript cartoon. It almost looks AI generated. Almost.
Look, everything's trying to be Overwatch.
Yes. Overwatch did it best. Overwatch did
Dude,
Overwatch. I
will say, Man, Overwatch, they've done some huge changes. They're dropping the 2 now and they're just Overwatch.
Hmm.
Marvel
Okay.
Rivals lit a
I
fire
don't-
under them, dude.
John, I don't know if that's huge. I feel like that's bare minimum is to not have
Yes.
a horrible
No, no,
name
no.
for your game
So
for like a weird new release that wasn't really a new release thing, but like
yeah, no. So they 100% shot themselves in the foot. They
yeah.
essentially like admitted that like, hey, yeah, we probably shouldn't have made a second game and should have just stuck with our first game.
Oh my
So then,
God.
because of Marvel Rivals coming out, they've now decided to drop the 2 and are dropping 10 new heroes this year.
Too many heroes.
That like they're just adding what they should have added to the first game. Literally, they're just doing what the player base wanted in in the first game. Like they wasted so much time and
Too little, too
resources
late.
on an Overwatch 2 when they could have done everything that they've added to this game in the first one.
Mhm.
But they didn't have faith in their own game, and look where it got them. Unfortunately, it's peak, and I will be playing it because I really like Overwatch. But it's annoying as a longtime fan.
Yeah, you can still love something and be annoyed by it. That's for sure.
Yeah, man.
Hollow Attorney, I like what you pointed out here. Hollow Attorney says high guard. High guard. Overwatch. Yes. Yes. That
It's
is
so
exactly
blatant.
right.
It's so
It's
blatant.
so like, and you know what sucks about all those games is like every one of them's marketing is like a new breed of shooter, and then I
Dude,
look at it, I'm like, this is the same fucking
It's
thing you've been
just
selling me.
Overwatch.
It's just Overwatch, but instead you're riding a horse. Ooh, we put a horse in the game.
Dude.
Not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, it's like, and especially I think with the release of Marvel Rivals, which I mean, I'm surprised at how like Marvel Rivals is still huge.
Bro, I
And
see people on my friends list in Steam. I got a buddy of mine whose son plays it. He'll hop on his dad's account and just like that's all I see all the time is
because
Rivals.
I can't lie, Marvel Rivals is fun, bro. The way
Yeah?
they're like doing, yes, because like the way that they're doing all the comic, like, because they're comic book heroes. You know who these people are.
Yeah,
but,
that,
like,
I was just thinking that you
dude,
don't have to teach me who
no, you know, it's
Cafigo
really, like,
is. I don't
barrier-
need to know that. I know
No.
Wolverine. I know what he
Yeah.
does.
Barrier to entry is really low, especially like if you just watch the superhero movie. But like stuff like Deadpool, like they recently added Deadpool to the game, and
Sick.
dude just breaks the fourth wall all the time. But like in a pretty like kind of hilarious way. Like he'll argue with the narrator, make believe, like which is kind of hilarious. He's also like, because Deadpool's he's Deadpool. He's also every role.
Oh, okay.
Like how there's typically like a tank, and then there's like a support, and there's a damage. He's like all roles, which is like interesting that they did that.
That's a really
character.
unique
And
take on it.
Of course, it would be Deadpool that would be able to do that
Has to be.
because it's Deadpool.
Like, say what you will about quote unquote millennial humor. I still get a kick out of Deadpool no matter where he is all the
Dude.
time. Because
Yes.
he's like the embodiment and representation of sarcasm and just irreverence. And because you know what he is and what he's trying to accomplish from the very beginning, there is no serious Deadpool anything. It's
No.
all jokes all the
Gotta
time,
love it.
and I'm totally here for it.
Yeah. Dude, there's this really cool Deadpool game I played on my Xbox One like a long time ago. Fire game.
Yeah,
Great game. I love Deadpool.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Sounds awesome. Well, guys, we're bumping up against the hour and 45-minute mark. Man, we had some stuff to get off our chest today, huh?
Yeah, this is a good podcast.
Yeah. Hey, Phil Spencer's a bot. Who knew?
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
You heard it here, folks. Phil Spencer's a bot. Got him. Well, hey
Got
guys,
him,
let's go ahead and kick off the exit theme song. I just want to say thank you so much for being here, John, Devin. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And hey, everybody that's sitting there in chat, Hollow Attorney, Regal Fire, and there's quite a few people in here as well that are just kind of lurking. We see you. We appreciate you. Hey, Behead, how you doing, man? Great to see you guys. I want you to do something for me. I want you to remember that you're awesome, you're loved, and what you do matters. Don't ever forget that. It's really important. I want you to pick up the phone, and I want you to call your mom. I want you to call your dad. I want you to call your brother, your sister. Tell them that you love them. Because at the end of the day, life is too damn short, guys. So let's go ahead and throw up some hearts. I'm going to say one more time that we sure do appreciate you guys being here. We do this for you guys, and we love talking about video games, and we hope you'll be here next week. So let's go ahead and cue the